In this video, I'll describe the Send Data page. Obviously, in order to send a data file, you need to be storing a data file of some sort. The icon on the Data Storage tab indicates that at least one type of file is currently being stored. The first option for sending data allows you to send a file to a processing program, script, or batch file. And you can specify a different program, script, or batch file for each of the three types of files that you might be storing. For example, if we're storing the readings text file in comma-separated value format, we can choose to send it to a JavaScript file. And we can use the usual Windows dialog box to choose a different program, script, or batch file to process the readings text file. Likewise, we can choose a processor for our readings display JPEG file and yet another to process our graph display JPEG file. If you elect to use the remote FTP feature, you'll find that each type of file is sent in the order that you see here. If you have enabled the sending of all three file types, the first file sent is the readings text file, followed by the JPEG reading file, and finally followed by the JPEG graph file. The error handling built into the FTP service will log warning messages to the log display page, but it will not terminate the collection of data. That allows you to accumulate data continuously without interruption, even if a data file is not able to be sent to a remote FTP server. Remember, your data files are always saved on the local hard drive and they always contain the latest data recorded, even if the data is not transferred successfully via FTP. To conclude this video, I'll show you how to set up your remote FTP login and test it. The computer being used for this demonstration has an FTP server running on it. The host name is localhost. You'll have to get your host name from your internet service provider or your system administrator. The username for our demonstration is Tester, and of course Tester has a non-blank password. You can specify a path beneath the default directory set up for your user account. I'll choose to leave the path name blank so that files are sent to the default folder for user Tester. Finally, my FTP service is running on port 21, which is the usual port number for that service. You probably won't have to change the port number. Lastly, we'll test the connection setup. And as you can see, it's successful. So now you have all the pieces in place to send data files collected by SQM Reader Pro to a program, script, or batch file, or to send it to a remote FTP server somewhere on the internet. Thanks for watching.